Rouse, we're here at Worksop after a narrow 3-2 defeat. Give us your verdict on today's game.
I thought we started off ever so well, you know. You look at the team who are in the ascendancy first sort of 10, 15, 20 minutes, and we're the team that's in control. Really well worked goal. Gav tees it into Joe, and Joe finishes into the bottom corner. And you know, from there we get another gifted chance. Obviously, we've robbed him in midfield, put Mikey through, and I think he's 12 or 13 yards out, and Seb's made a good save, you know, for them. And straight away, within 10 seconds, they go down the right-hand channel, put a cross in, and the linesman gives that ball for someone. I don't know whether it's inside or outside the box. Phil's saying it's outside, but we'd have wanted it at the other end, so you know we have to accept that. And then from there, we've sort of gone into our shells a little bit, gone too deep, and the gaps have become too big all around the pitch, and they took advantage of that with a good ball around the corner and a good finish. Give yourselves a mountain to climb. The third goal's a disappointing one from our perspective. A little give and go. You know, it's in the air for a long time. Can Lloyd come and get it? I don't know. I'd have to see it back. Can we put better pressure on the ball on the edge of the box? We certainly can do that, and we can maybe stop it at source. But we've showed good character, come back into the game. We've forced us way back into the game and made a game of it sort of last 15-20 minutes. But you know, they're a good side. I don't know how many games are winning on the spin now. It's not even an unbeaten record, is it? I think it's 16-17 wins on the spin, and you can see why. You know, big effective strong team, and they utilise it well. They get it into the big man up top and move it wide, and the deliveries come in early. And you know, you've got, when you come to places like this, you've got to stand strong, and we've done that in the main, but we've gifted 1 or 2 goals, and we're disappointed with that.
We touched on it, obviously, the way that the boys hung on, so to speak, in the second half when 3-1 down, and then even came back into the game with our second. How pleasing is it in that aspect that we've not folded and that we've pushed on to even try and get an equaliser as well?
We have got character, we know that. We've got character in abundance, but if you give teams a start, and you know, I'm not talking a start at the beginning of the game, because obviously we started well, but if you give teams that opportunity to get 2-1 in front, 3-1 in front, then you're giving yourselves a mountain to climb, and we've done it all too often this season. We've got to put an emphasis on starting both halves well. We started the first half well today, but we've got to come out brighter in the second half and sort of stop that at source, as I say, and put pressure on early. And you know, it's a disappointing one, but there's other teams that's come in and got beat, and that result won't define our season. You know, they're a good side and they're expected to win it, and they probably will go on and win it. We've got to dust ourselves down and make sure we get a reaction, because we're in a little bit of a rut at this minute in time.
Talk about a reaction. Next game up Friday night, Brighouse Town at home. What are you looking for from that game?
Exactly that, the same as what we wanted here after last week, and the same as what we wanted the week before. We want a reaction, we want to show some fight and some bottle. You know, there's a lot of difference in showing fight and keeping people on the pitch, and showing fight and people having to leave the pitch. Obviously, the referees seem to not be able to wait to get Joe off of there. It's probably the cleanest tackle of the game. Takes the ball, plays it onto their man, it spools up in the air, and he flashes him a second yellow card. And you know, from the outside, it looks like it's another one of them where we've lost his discipline. But I'm sick of hearing that. You know, same as last week. They're in-game situations. It's not a sending off. It never has been. And referees, for some reason, seem to have this agenda, and it feels almost like they can't wait to get us off the pitch, or they can't wait to flash red cards, or can't wait to give penalties and give us mountains to climb. But we have to focus on what we do. We'll keep doing that. We expect nothing from officials, and we're getting nothing from officials, so we'll just focus on what we can do well. And as I say, this result won't define us and won't define where we finish this season, but it's imperative that we react quick.
We'll get next week. Cheers, mate.